Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She came on Monday as well. But we thought it was important to have Liz and Jane, because they can really talk about that really long-term view of how the study supports your lifelong learning, because they're out there now. And Glennis is the first year that we ever did semesterizing and curation, so she can give you that unique perspective on the difference, whereas when Jane and Liz did it, it was core and L&B all year long together. So, but I'm going to pause that a second, and I'm going to tell you about Padlet. So Padlet is quite a cool tool, and what it is just a way to get everybody's voice. So all you need to do is log into Padlet, and if you use this at a staff meeting, etc., everybody can be asking questions, and you can do it anonymously or named. So you tend to get people asking questions they might not if they didn't get to be anonymous. Anyway, all you do is double click on your Padlet. Somebody have a go, and it'll show up there. So what we thought we'd do is each of these guys has one slide on their tips for learning and behavior. So Glennis is going to talk for about 5 minutes, one slide, and then Liz, and then Jane. And as they're talking, just add your questions. How did you do this? How did you do that? What was the hardest part? What was the blah, blah, blah. And then after that, we'll just sort of go free form, and we'll make sure that they'll answer your questions. So, warm welcome, and we'll start with Glennis. Tracy, will you tell us if you can hear or if you need a mic?
Okay, thanks, Wendy. As Wendy said, my name's Glennis. I'm in my 3rd year now as RTLB here in Water Development plus 35. Halfway through the 2nd year of training. That light at the end of the tunnel is just beginning to get there, so I can actually see that I am going to be finishing at the end of this year. My situation is I don't have a young family. I've got 2 children, they're in their 20s now. One is here and one is in the UK. Doesn't mean that on my study days I don't get interrupted. You can absolutely guarantee that I've either had a Skype conversation with my daughter, or I have got my son demanding this, that and the other, or the dog wants to be let out, or my partner's left me a list of jobs to do. So, you know, there's all those things to get around. And thinking about my study day, I was just saying to Wendy that actually this year, I actually start my study day when I can with a walk, so that I can clear my head and focus on what I'm actually going to be studying. Part of my study last year was to get, or organising it, was to make sure that I'd finished everything for the last 3 weeks of the study period, because my daughter was coming out from the UK. So getting all those things sort of done in advance was really important, and it was actually possible to do that with the way that you're doing your domains. You can actually try and get things. If you need to plan a holiday, if you need something happens, there is time to actually get that organised. And I think the other thing that I just want to acknowledge before I sort of go on to my tips is that I did realise that I got quite caught up in the study and got very irritable and very snappy and quite a horrible person at times at home. And it really did get on my partner's nerves, to the point where, you know, I had to actually acknowledge, yeah, you interrupt me when I'm on the computer, so please, if you see me sat there and I'm busy like this, don't speak to me, because I will be, you know, I was being rude. And it actually did work, so that as long as I wasn't on the computer all the time, which I wasn't, but there was those sort of ground rules that we had to establish, because it really did affect sort of how we were at home. So, my tips. The pictures really sum up how I survived it, plus you can add in there golf and skiing and a few other things. But my first point really is why I'm here. Be realistic about why you are doing your study. It isn't be all and end all, and I'm an RTLB because I really love the job. I did not want to do the study particularly. It's not why I was doing it. And if anybody had said to me this time last year, right, put your hand up if you're here because you're doing it because you've got to, I'd just like anybody in this room who actually, you know, that is why you're doing it. You're doing it because of the job. You're not doing it because you want to sort of do the study. Anybody else feel like I'm still feeling? Just be honest, have a look round, because you're not on your own. Nobody did that to us last year. Nobody. And And that feeling of you should be really enthusiastic because you're studying, you should be so pleased, you're starting your second year, yay! And we're all going, yay. Yeah, right, you know, so there is that. So be realistic about why you're doing it. You're doing it to make you better at your job. Okay, what I got out of last year, in spite of that huge barrier, and it was, every time I'm writing my next steps, my barriers, my enablers, that barrier was me not wanting to really be doing that study. It's getting in the way of things. So manage your time so it doesn't become that barrier. That's helped by working smarter. Play the game. If you've got artifacts that fit with one domain, fit them in the next one. Think about what you've already got, what you've got that could show that growth. Work with somebody else, which leads into working with a buddy. That's huge, particularly for your curation. I worked with 2 other colleagues and we curated all together and we decided on what platform we were going to use. And so we'd go at the end of each domain, we'd get together and we'd go through everybody's glossaries, all the glossaries, it sounds, but it wasn't, together, and we'd pick out those things that we thought were really key and collated it together, and that saved heaps of time. And we got something that we collaborated on, so it was fantastic. Don't let it rule your life. I've already sort of mentioned that, but it is important. That me time is really, really important. Ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for that help. Particularly the IT side of things. This year you've got Saul and his techie tips. We didn't have that last year. But if you've got a question and you're not sure what you're doing, ask somebody. And if there's nobody around you, use the forums. And I've got colleagues who use the forums for tips like that. Ring up the IT help desk, you know? Email them. Use that. Don't sit there for 2 hours trying to figure something out. Realise that the person at the desk next to you probably could help you, or somebody phone call away could. That's, you know, that's the most frustrating waste of time. So, right, the next point. Reflecting on your reflections. Yeah, oh look, you're laughing already. Wait till you finish this paper. Okay? I have to say that by the time you finish this paper, you will think, oh, not another reflection. However, there's a big but with that. When you get to do your practicum, you will realise how important all of those reflections have been, and that it actually does make you grow as a practitioner. It's made me grow as a person. And when you're doing your your barriers, your enablers, and your next steps, each of those next steps that you've already got from your first paper, think about using those for this paper, and then when you come to do your practicum, you've got your 6 domains already laid out, ready for you. And that's a massive, massive thing to take and use, because then when you start planning next year, you've actually got all of that background and context. Everything is sitting there ready to go. Okay, that's a really important thing. Show your growth. Try something outside your comfort zone. This is massive for me stood here now. My knees are still shaking at this point. If you'd have said to me this time last year, you're going to be one of those people stood at the front, I said, on you. But not a chance. But for me, this was important. One, to help and give some tips, but also, actually, I feel, you know, this, I can really write about this now. This is a massive artifact for me for my practice, to actually stand up here and do this. So, you know, thank you. You know, go outside, really try and just push yourself back. Not for everything, but try and do something that, and then you can reflect on it and show your growth. And that is what they're looking for. Absolutely, particularly in the next paper, and then in your practicum, you know, you start there and you finish there. Think about that, it's really important. Time management, it always goes without saying, but if you can keep on top of each of those domains, particularly in the next paper, you'll find it's a lot easier. Okay, and that for me reflects back into my day-to-day work, managing your caseload, managing your time, you know, your timetables, your days. And that's where I think the study is actually, for me, has actually really helped identify how important time management as an RTLB is. And so actually just doing the study actually gives you that sort of absorbed by osmosis, sort of. And so it sort of helps you get better systems and things. My portfolio absolutely gets you prepared for your particularly the practicum, because when, you know, I know Liz was saying, just heard a comment, that when she first saw somebody else's practicum, it's like, you know, I'll never do that. But actually, that's exactly what I thought when I saw somebody's portfolios at the beginning of last year. And then when I look back at mine, I've got nice skins all around the outside of mine now, because I've learned how to do that, you know, so it looks quite nice as well. That it gets you ready for the practicum, so you can see how you're going to organise everything. And finally, second year is easier, a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It's sort of February block course, I was thinking, oh God, 2 papers simultaneously, this is going to be a nightmare. But actually, the first month was full on, but then it's really sort of settled down and it's a lot easier. And all my colleagues sort of like, even I've got colleagues who didn't have any time to themselves last year and now finding where they have. And I would say think next year, when you look at what the EBIT paper is, how can you use that as part of your practicum? Okay, that's a good sort of tip. And really that sort of sums me up at the bottom where I'm at the moment. I'm sort of, as I say, almost getting to the end. But yeah, a few glasses of wine along the way. And my new puppy this year, which has really helped. So thank you.